Ali is a master student, and these are the animals we are working with, the giraffe in HUC National Park. Basically, my project, I'll tell how far I've gone so far. So that's what I've been going through. Then my layout of my presentation is the introductory party, and then aims and methods, and work ahead, analysis, and at the end I'll give the conclusion.
Maybe you have to point it to the computer.
The battery is low. Okay, let us see the species bites of this giraffe. By definition, giraffe is among of the large herbivores, which has more than 5 kilograms, more than that. And the giraffes, we have got 9 subspecies. I don't want to go to that, but my giraffe that I'm working with is giraffe Camarapangus patis. I can't pronounce that word, but you will see it later. And they mainly feed on variety of plants, woody species, and the main food or diet is the acacia species. We have acacias and acacia, totoris, and so many. And the gestation period for the giraffe is 3 months, and it weighs, the weight of the giraffe would range between 800 kilograms to 1,200 kilograms. 8,000 kilograms for females, and for 1,200 kilograms for males. Yeah, and they are non-territorial, not territorial. They are non-territorial. They have got rules, social organization, and also they are polygamous, marking system. Okay, how are they distributed? You can see they are found almost in many countries in Africa. I counted and came out with about 20 African countries. And you see from this West Africa going down to South Africa. And where you see these dark colors, this is exactly where this giraffe can be found. They have been confirmed that they are there. And in some places where there is blue, possible there might be there. And this yellowish, they are introduced especially you see in South Africa. Okay. And this kind of distribution map, I took it from this guy, Fennes, in 2004. He's in Botswana working on giraffe genetics. And he's the one who came out with these 9 subspecies. What is the purpose of the study? As we all know that giraffe, like any other large herbivore, may have some impacts to the ecosystem when it's browsing at time when it's at spatial time and scale, like spatial, temporal and spatial scales. And this scale I adopted from there's a guy, Semt, has come out with a study and managed to classify this scale, that's from regional scale, landscape scale, habitat scale, and tree scale. This is where I'll be working, but according to him, there is another scale between habitat and patchy he calls intermediate scale. But my interest will be from the habitat, patchy, and tree, the 3 levels of ecological evolution. And now, because of that we know that giraffe and like any other herbivore may have impact on the ecosystem, and therefore we needed to understand all these interactions between the ecosystem and the species by itself. Now, working under that, I'll be trying to see some theories that try to describe these kind of interactions. And the theories, the first is this hierarchical foraging theories, which is basically is about making decisions. And the assumption is that animals make decisions what to eat, where, and how. Because the resources, the food resources are scattered, dispersed, or not uniform that you can find. They are spread. And therefore this giraffe has to make decisions, or animals have to make decisions. And these decisions is based on from the smallest scale, could be a tree scale, up to the largest scale, say regional scale. So it has to make such kind of decisions. Now these decisions, we measure them from the rate of activities that this animal is doing, or the frequency of could be of movements. If it's moving to after so much, this is the preferred habitat or preferred food or what. So this is the kind of the measure we are using. And the foraging theory, we assume that animal has to do a trade-off, deciding the quality and the quantity of the food to consume, to feed on. Because most food items that are found in the environment are of low nutritive value. They are low quality, poor quality. So, and also the issue of how much. Quality. So what is quantity and quality? Sorry. And now, while he's trying to make those kind of decision trade-off, to take large amounts, small amounts, is again also is influenced by the body size. If you are large or small, okay? And also in terms of time, do you have enough time or short? So you know there is the issue of again the predation. You have to eat maybe faster, slower, etc. Another theory related to which gave my interest to study, that's this plant herbivore strategy. That's plants by itself, they have also developed what we call a defense mechanism to herbivory, that they don't want to be eaten, so they have designed a strategy to deter, to discourage these herbivores to eat. So this we call plant herbivore strategy. For example, one of the strategies that a plant may use to discourage these animals, like having this ecotoxin, if there's a lot of toxin, or if it is what we call the physical, the morphology, if it has maybe thorns, these thorns, the spinescence, it can also discourage. I think Marcel is working very much on this, and we'll be able to tell a lot on that, the plant traits. But some plants also, they can choose the area where to grow. So if they grow in a rock areas, for example, where animal cannot access, it's a strategy. Or some plants may produce numerous stems, that's reefs. Okay, also the strategy. Some plants are in a rich areas, very nutrient areas, so that when they are close, then they grow, they explode. Therefore, because of that, I said we need to understand those interactions in order to effectively manage the habitats and as well as the landscape. Trying to show this the landscape, the habitat. You see the animal now, though you see is making some kind of decisions. Okay. Hope so. I'm guided by some questions that I'm going to test. The first question will be what characterizes the ecology here as compared to non-selected habitats, and this is within the hierarchical foraging theory. We also see the characteristics, the features and feeding patterns, selected feeding patterns as compared to the surrounding, still under hierarchical foraging. I'll also test on the what characterize plants browsed by foraging grasses compared to plants that's not browsed within the feeding patch. Still, we are testing the hyperfield. The last will be the foraging mode. And here we're talking about leaf picking, leaf stripping, and twig biting. To strip, pick, and to bite. Okay. And that's related to that theory, the plant herbivory strategy theory. Then I have another theory, the behavioral theory. That's also allowed to test. In terms of several activities that this animal is doing, we have several like feeding, how much time is spent in feeding, resting, lying. Resting here, there are two, lying or standing. The giraffe can rest while it's standing and also while it's lying. We have an issue of socializing. When they neck, especially males, they tend to neck, and also like it's a kind of fighting sometimes. Also when they what's called mating, I put in the socialization. There is the issue of vigilance, when how much time is spent in vigilating, trying to see around the predators and so forth. And also when it is moving from one point to another, and also I test now, we try to see the time. The last one be to what extent the males and females differ in foraging patterns, and this is the sexual segregation theory. Currently, we know that sometime, some point, male and the female will do these activities differently. They cannot synchronize, they cannot be together. Sometimes, especially according to the definition, especially during the mate, when it is outside the mating season, when they are not mating, you find a male is somewhere there, a female is somewhere there. So the plant herbivory also within the sexes, they have developed the foraging patterns, foraging mechanism of how to deal with the plant's defense. Okay? That was, and as well as the theory. Okay, thank you. This is the stand area. The size of the park where I'm working is 200 kilometers square, but this is recently. Before it was 137 kilometers. Now they have expanded. Okay. And this is the main road. You can see connecting towns, and then somewhere here Usa River, which sometimes we call USA River. You cross here, this is the junction where you pass, and then you follow this, come here, and then so our study area goes this way. Here the headquarters of the park. You go this way, Around this, these are the lakes. We have small lake we call small Momera. This is small Momera, and we have big Momera. This we go here, we move. And then we come back. So this is the study area, and it's where giraffe can be found most of the time. And some area, I think you see these these are not good habitat for this giraffe. They are hardly seen, and very big forest. We cannot observe easily. The sampling procedures. So this is where I use the observation method. this road transit. I was driving along the road. When I observe a giraffe, I stop. When it is cool, very quiet, and then I start doing my reports. Yeah. But before I identified first the habitats through the map, I can map analysis, and then I came with 4 habitats. This is stand for acacia shrubs. Acacia shrubs is dominated by acacias. And then Dodonia shrubs dominated by Dodonia shrubs. This is Dodonia viscosa, the species. And then tall shrubs, this is tall trees, forest, mostly are euclid. And the grass forbs shrubs, these are dominated by grasses. So these are the habitats that I identified. And then how the layout was. So I had 2 plots, the bloused and the not bloused, which I call here control. And the bloused, which is your feeding plot, the feeding plot and the control plot. Basically, the feeding plot is where the giraffe is feeding, and I record all the trees from the feeding. And then after that, when the giraffe was left, then after that I make a center of the...
But how do you control a plot? Not you...
That's all I'm going now to that point. Now after browsing plot, then giraffe, if it moves this way, you go to the right, perpendicular to the right, 100 meters from the control plot. The same, it has to have the same radius, which is 4, you see 4 meters, and also which is 50. And in recording, I divided this into 2, dry season and wet season. The dry season there is starting August to October. And the wet season is usually 1st March. The 1st March, you see the rains is falling, is coming downward. And up to May, at the end of the rain season. We have 2 seasons. We call dry season and wet season. Unlike here, maybe winter, autumn, spring, no. And therefore, I recorded 76 plots during the wet season and 75 plots for dry during the same. These 70 plots for wet season and 75 plots for dry season. And I think I'm done. It's going back.
Can you put it up and restore it?
You can, yes, you can. No. Next.
Too many fingers on the computer.
Next. Thank you. So this is what I was talking about. I go out, I say the 100 meter, make a control plot from the feeding plot. I've already talked about. Okay. And in the feeding plot, you record height, especially height up above 0.5. And if it is less, it is going down to 0. No, you don't record that one. So that's the meaning of this. We just had all the species, the tree height, stem height, and the accumulated browsing. This tells about the history of the tree. And here the accumulated browsing, we made a scale of 4 levels. 0 meaning it has not been damaged at all, and 1 maybe it shows some signs of damage, 3 and 4. This will be determined in the field. You can say it's a rough question, but it's useful. Next. Thank you. So this is, we also, in the feeding plots, took the measurements for the bite diameters. This bite we measured, and here I was trying to struggle. You know, the giraffe is tall, so we use the ladder and the caliper to measure the diameter, and the shoot length as well. We also recorded feeding time. When he's feeding, taking you count the number of bites and the time spent. Next, please. So what the next step then will be trying to analyze the data. This is the software I might use, Kanoko. And I started doing some the manuscript writing, the introductory part, especially for this is the first paper. So for these 4 papers, this is electrical foraging by Metropolitan Savannah. This